Welcome to Empower. I'm glad you decided to be with us today. My name is Beatrice Chuchu. In Empower, we focus on people and workplace. And I'm glad that you've been following us, you've been listening to us, watching us. And please give us feedback on how our programs are moving on so that we can also be able to meet your expectations. So of late, we've been looking at being the light in the marketplace because we know that God has placed us in the marketplace to shine for Him and to be able to accomplish the assignment that He gave us on earth. And as I always say, it doesn't matter whether it's a formal or informal setup, God has given you an assignment. And as we continue to shine in the marketplace, we've continued to have conversations with young people who God has placed in the marketplace who are still serving the Lord as they work. And it has been good to see how they are having the balance, how they are shining for Christ as they do this. And today I have another amazing guest who is going to discuss with us today as we see how she's also shining in the marketplace. Welcome.
Thank you very
Can you
much.
introduce yourself to us?
Thank you, Betty, for having me on the show.
Yes.
My name is Mwangi Joy Njeri. I'm born again. Yes.
Wow. Great to know you.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
Wow. Can you tell us what you do for yourself?
Okay, I'm a student at the University of Nairobi.
Yes.
I also do business.
Yes.
Cosmetics, cosmetic business, and that is where I am for now.
And I love that. How do you balance this? Because when you came to learn, you're doing cosmetics, it's a business, and again, you're a student. It's a balance there. And I would love to know how that is going. What are you doing in school, in the university?
Okay, at the University of Nairobi,
Yes.
I do a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and Sociology.
Political science and
Yes.
sociology.
Yes. And how I balance it,
Yes.
by the way, I would say it is the grace of God. I cannot do it on my own because many of the times that I thought of getting into business,
Yes.
and I was unable because maybe time,
Yes.
you find yourself, you're getting busy, you're studying.
Yes.
Meanwhile, business, it needs
Yes.
a lot of time also. And I thank God for this far.
Yes.
I had to put time for myself when it comes to studying. Meanwhile, business, I do it on like once a week, not once a around two times in a week. That's when I go to work. And that one has really helped me to balance.
Yes.
When I have leisure time, when I'm not doing anything, that's when I think of business.
Wow.
But studying comes first.
Yeah.
Yes.
And why did you think of starting a business when you're still in school?
Interestingly, when I was young, I was thinking of, starting. Mostly, I was thinking of fashion and design, something of the sort. But when I got the inspiration, I thought of it, and then I was like, okay, I think I can do this.
Yes.
Because many other times you hear people, when I was in school, I was working.
Yes.
So I said, I should tell
One
my
of them.
kids by there I was working. Yes. That's when I thought of it. And
Yes.
I gave it a try, and true to the word, it came to pass.
And why that business? Why not any other?
These days, ladies, most of the time when we focus on ourselves, there are many products which are coming into the market.
Yes.
And they are trendy. So I thought of, you see, for the cosmetics, it will never run out. An example, say of maybe some makeups.
Yes.
They just advance. So automatically we never do away with it. So I saw, this one is a good one. Sababu, when you do away like fashion, you're
Yes.
done with that.
Yes.
But when it comes to cosmetic, you only advance. Yes.
So you have to keep checking or researching on what is happening, what is current. Otherwise, you may stick to the old styles or something.
Very true.
Yes.
A lot of times, many of the times that I do research, what is trending,
Yes.
what is in the market, what are customers saying. Like, for instance, if it is a new product in the market, you have to go look for it
Yes.
and bring it to the shelves
Yes.
to ensure that the customer, when the customer gets in, he or she will find it.
Yes.
Yes. We don't like selling, there is none. Yeah.
So how do you sell? How do you let people know? I know being in a university, maybe someone can have word of mouth, or how have you made it work?
At first, we were doing it by word of mouth.
You
It was a
let
funny
your friend
thing.
know, then you tell another.
No social media. So you can imagine. Okay, let me use the Kiswahili term.
Yes.
Karibu customer, come see our products. You see,
Yes,
it took us time before we started a social media platform. And then we got into social media, WhatsApp mostly, the status. That's how we are able to reach to our customers, and Instagram.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, have you heard, do you have a stationed place, or are they in your room? And you're just putting it on Facebook, and you know, these days what happens is you may not even have the product.
Yeah.
But you can put on Facebook, I'm selling this. Then Beatrice will be so interested, and they'll reach out to you. Then that's at the time you rush to the shop and get it for Beatrice and make sure Beatrice has it. So how is your business?
We are situated somewhere, actually.
That's
and
beautiful.
yes, so you have those products in the shop. So when we post them, automatically we have them in the shop. And as a student, definitely you have to keep some for yourself to ensure that when a student orders one, you don't need to go back to the shop. You have the item with you.
Yes.
That's how I manage. Yes.
Now, you say we have. Does it mean that you're working with someone else? Or
True.
yeah.
Okay, it's I thank God because we are a team. Yes. So we are many, but all of us, we work in different departments. And where I am, I have to keep, I'm the one who is doing most of the marketing. Yes.
And you're more in the marketing.
Yes. Some products, most of the products I do them. So when I say we are many. Yeah.
Wow. And how did you come to agree? You know, sometimes when you're starting a business, I believe there are things you have to consider. Who am I going to work with? So how did it come to be that you had this idea, since you're very young, to start a business? How did you come to have these other people and you're able to move together?
One, I would say it is divine connection. Because all of us, I thank God.
Yes.
There's nothing I can say it's because of myself or something of the sort. I would say it is God, because the person who had initially who had the idea, you see, like when you come up with a business, obviously there's that person who has the capital.
Yes.
The idea, the vision, you have similar vision, but the capital, that's where the challenge comes in. So that's how we were connected. And that's how the business started. And I thank God because it has been an inspiring journey, having a Christian on board. So there are things that automatically God has set them in place. Yes. That's how.
So for how long have you done this?
Now, it's a new business, so we are about half a year, almost half a year. Yes.
And what did you say about it? What have you achieved so far? Not in terms of profit. What would you be happy about, saying that I'm glad we started this?
Mostly, first and foremost, I would say reaching out to souls. When we are there, we do minister.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And also satisfy the customer.
Yes.
When a customer comes in, you find maybe the customer is discouraged.
Yes.
And you are new to the place, place. So automatically you will encourage the customer with the word of God. And you feel satisfaction. You tell God, I give you all the glory because this has happened.
Yes.
See, so we do evangelism in the marketplace.
So how does it start? Do I come to sell? Maybe I say I need this product. How do you bring it so that I can again listen to you, the word? Because I've come to buy. So how do you bring that aspect of evangelism in it? Because that is quite interesting.
Yeah. So it's a walk-in.
Yes.
So when you walk in, definitely you're looking for a certain item.
Yes.
And sometimes you find the customer does not know where the item is or how it looks like. Automatically, he will ask you or she will ask you. Then you start talking to the customer. Then you realize there's something wrong. So you let them express themselves. And when you hear maybe she or he is going through something, that's when unatupa ile maneno ya Mungu hapo ndani.
But I'm just imagining, especially when you come to a place when you're meeting the person the first time, it may not be so easy for someone to open up. What do you think you people have that makes these people just want to to speak. Yeah, because I'm thinking I've come to your shop. It's the first time I'm meeting you. Joy, I've seen her today, so I don't know her background. She doesn't know me. And all of a sudden, we are able to connect. And to an extent of you reaching out to me and telling me about the love of God. So what do you think you people have that makes us, people come to such an extent? Because not obvious in businesses.
Yeah, true, sure. For us, because we started on a Christian-based ground, before we start working, we always have to pray. So we tell God, direct us. You are the one who is saturate the atmosphere. So when you enter into that atmosphere, obviously there are chains, there are things that have to be removed. So that's why we find it easy. We don't do it on our own. So when a customer comes in, it is very easy for them to at least pour out themselves to you.
Wow.
Yes.
So for you to say it's because of that, you know, the presence of God in the shop.
Yeah.
I'm imagining that because I think that's what I get from you, which makes someone, if you come in, you feel there's something different in this place.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's quite interesting. And it has, so for me what I get is that your culture is that our business has to be led by God.
Yes.
I don't start selling before God. I have God.
All through, yes. We start with God, then we end with God.
Wow.
So it's a culture.
It's a culture.
Yes. When you create a culture in a certain place, even those people who shall come after, they never violate that culture automatically. Before we start doing the work or cleaning or anything, have you prayed?
Wow.
So we start by prayer. Yes. Every single morning devotion and evening devotion.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you're advancing kingdom lifestyle. You know?
Yeah,
so
sure.
do you have employees? Or are you dealing with it as owners? So how is it?
Currently, yes, we do. We do have employees with us. My colleagues, I call them my colleagues.
Yes.
And,
but they're not owners of the business. They're not partners in the business. You brought them to work for you.
Yeah, sure. So right now, we are a good number.
Wow.
And we are trusting God that the more we increase, the more we are going to employ people.
That's true.
Yes.
And that brings me to another question now. Because when you're dealing with other people, it's different from when you're doing it yourself.
Yeah, sure.
So, and I love it now. Is it something that when you're starting to employ, it's a requirement to be a Christian, or can I work for you even if I'm not? Can I work for you if I'm not born again?
If you're not born again.
Or have you put it like it's a Christian place, our values are Christian values, and you must adhere to those values to work for us?
That is what we have done. We have actually, we don't basically aim at employing Christians, but when you pray, God will bring the right person.
Just brings them.
Yes. So even if you're not born again, sometimes we tell ourselves, in this journey, we are doing evangelism.
True.
And we are here to win souls also, even if you're doing business.
Yes.
Somebody might get into that business when she or he is not born again. But with time, you are like an example to them. Then you'll be like, I think I love your God. The way he's doing his things for you, I think I need to join you. That's the main thing we do. So I'm happy because people are changing, they're transforming, and we are not the same as we started. And myself, I would say we have really grown to something else. You know, seeing somebody growing from when he or she came in and then where they are right now, tell God I give you all the glory. Yes.
Thank you so much, Joy. We are taking a short break. We'll be right back. I believe you're learning with us. Please don't go far. We are coming back. My name is Beatrice Chuchu.